Hi guys, and welcome back to Strive to Survive Season 2. So, I've done a little bit of off-camera work, just to save you guys the hassle of having to watch it, but now we have a roof on our home away from home here, and I did this using, these are actually bricks, so not cobblestone here, but they're stone brick stairs, and you do that by cooking the cobblestone, then placing it like that. That would give you a brick block if this was smooth stone anyways, and then turning those into stairs. And that's how I got those. I just did it to vary it up a little bit. I didn't want to do the whole house the same way. As you can see, it's not quite finished. We've got it mostly done here, but I'll finish this off with some half slabs, and that's actually what I'm going to start this episode doing. And then we're going to go down and explore that mining tunnel. So that's the plan for this episode, guys. As you can see, it's no longer Christmas time here. We've got normal chests, so I guess the holiday season is quite brief in Minecraft land. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to make some half slabs. I've been using oak for all this, so 3 across the bottom will do that for us. And I'm not sure exactly how many we're going to need, so let's just make a few. That should give us 30. I have a feeling that just won't be enough, so we'll do 48. Hopefully I won't have to make a trip down here. And gotta jump up, and we'll start filling this in real quick. Go. So I don't know if I've mentioned this recently, but I did upgrade this world to 174. Whoops, getting careless. But yeah, I did upgrade this world to 174. There's nothing noticeably different about it. Some of the textures are fixed. I know we were having a problem with the bed in 172, where the top of the bed was messed up. It would be facing the wrong direction. The same thing with the doors. Oh, look at that. We planned that pretty well. So, but yeah, so I upgraded it, and there's not really any noticeable differences, so not a real big deal. But now our roof is done, so we're going to go ahead and head down. I'm going to get rid of some of the extra stuff that we're carrying, because we want to have as many open inventory spots as we can. Unfortunately, my chest here is pretty full. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to have to do some inventory management. So let me do that, guys. I'm going to do some inventory management off camera, and then I'll meet you guys down at the entrance to our base, and I'll probably sleep away the darkness because we don't want it to be dark and going into a mine shaft. That might not be too good. So, alright guys, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright guys, so I did some inventory management, cleared up a couple spots here at least. I decided not to wait for it to get dark because, yeah, just boring. So, we're going to head down there now. And if you guys remember from the end of the last episode, I made this easy way to get down in there. The only problem is we should light that up a little bit. We got one torch there. Let's toss up another couple torches. If you remember from the last episode, we were running into some witches down here, so definitely a little bit tougher area. So let's get some blocks on our bar here. And this is where we fought that witch earlier. We're going to actually block up this little tunnel here, because that is the way in, right up ahead, and we don't want to get jumped from behind, so just go ahead and block it off real quick, and that should pretty much do it. Yep. So we're going to throw up some more torches down here as well, because we definitely do not want to face any unnecessary enemies down here. So if you remember, I was talking a little bit last episode about the possibility of there being cave spiders down here, and one of the things that you can do to combat their venom is to get buckets of milk, because milk will soothe any sort of poison that you have on you, or actually it'll destroy good effects as well as bad. But we didn't go get any milk buckets, so that's kind of a oversight on my behalf. And sorry, I'm just kind of exploring as we talk here. Get out of here, creeper, no one likes you. But yeah, that's something that I probably should have done, and I'm probably going to regret not doing, to be honest. But to get down here, we're going to grab a couple ladders, because we want to be able to get up and down pretty easily. And I think there's a slime right below us. There is. Cute little slime. And we're going to put down a crafting bench as well, because one, I need more ladders, and two, I just have a feeling we're going to need it down here. So let's get ourselves a couple more ladders. That way we can easily get down here and get back up, because we don't want to... There we go. I'm actually going to... you know what? It's not going to matter if we block that off or not, so we won't. So we've got our diamond sword with Bane of Arthropods. That's what we're going to start with down here anyways. Take care of you. And we could see... So there's the webs I was talking about. We're going to run into quite a bit of that down here. And you can run into a lot of different things down at these mine shafts. Lava for one, as we see. And we'll get rid of that. Spiders, there's a lot of wood to be had, so this is going to be interesting. And it's very easy to get lost down in these, so we'll have to figure out a way. See, there's some track there actually. Yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to kind of mark where we've already been. But for now, let's just kind of break out our pickaxe, or not our pickaxe, but our axe, and start tearing down some of this wood, because basically it's free resources. It's not like we're getting it any faster, but it's down here, so we might as well use it. And you can get a lot of fence this way, you can get a lot of track this way, and track is kind of an expensive resource, and I'm going to show you guys a trick to pick up this track really quickly. And if we just dump water like that, you can see the track just opens up for us, and that's an easy way to get this track without having to spend a whole bunch of time, you know, picking at it like that. So let's go ahead and throw down some more torches. And you can see some of this area is actually already lit up with torches. So, and that leads to nothing. So the only problem with this is if I start doing our little water trick right now, what's going to happen is all this track is going to wash away down below there. So that's why I'm kind of sealing up this tunnel. And we'll do that. There we go. So now we can do this and not have to worry about it. And we'll just repeat the process over here. Get some free track. And we'll probably use this track later on in a different episode to make some cool little features or something. I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure we'll find a use for it. And go ahead and get all this fencing. And I'm not going to do the bucket trick for just these two pieces, but we could have. Let's explore how we're going to get down in this hole. Get out of here. So the easiest way to break the cobwebs is using a sword, which you might think is almost a waste, but it's actually I mean, you could do it with almost anything, but it's going to take the least amount of time with the sword. So, whoop, getting shot. I see you, skeleton. Let's take care of him real quick. We don't need to be getting jumped from behind here. Let's remember 2 torches means that's the way back up, so yeah, there's a lot to explore down here. Ooh. Yeah, let's go ahead and just block that off for now. And we'll basically handle this the same way we handle like our branch mines. We'll go ahead and fill back up as much as we can, because it's going to be harder for us to navigate if we don't. So we'll just kind of patch that up. And we got another tunnel down here. Ooh, a bat. And yeah, these just stretch on and on, and could be pretty dangerous. So that's why I'm trying to move a little bit slower through here. Because with these tight corridors, we could easily get creepered. And that's what we're trying to avoid. That just leads down to nothing. And yes, I know there's a lot of coal here, but honestly, we don't need that much, so that's why I'm kind of leaving it mostly alone. And ooh, that's a nice creeper you got there. Yep, we can get up in here. And we'll block off as much of this water as we can. And I want to tear some of these down because they're getting in the way. And I want to head down. There was yeah, this is where it is. So we can see there's a creeper up there. And I want to get rid of this water because it's annoying. And that is back down that tunnel that we closed off. So we'll head this way. And you can see just how easy it is to get turned around in here. There we go. There's flowers down here, actually. That's a little bit strange. But I guess... yeah, another thing is to watch above you, because we saw how some of these tunnels are just right above each other, and you could easily have a creeper drop down on your head. So far we're getting pretty lucky with that not happening to us, but it definitely could. So let's gather some more of this track. And just grab it all up. Same thing over here. And we'll keep exploring. So, the thing with the cobwebs, if you haven't experienced it yet, is if you were to get stuck in one, like I just intentionally did, you have to wait for it to let you free, which can be terrible if you're in combat. But you can also just destroy it with your sword while that's happening. So, I guess it's not that bad. Let's make ourselves some more torches before we go any further, because we will need them. There we go. And we'll try to see what's over here. Checking corners. We don't want to get jumped. Get rid of that water source. So we've got a wider tunnel here. And it's just leading into something. Not sure what. but we're not going to go that way just yet. We're going to do one of these numbers. So see, there's an area above us right now that things could drop down from. I'm going to mine out some of these minerals because there are a lot in this section, and we could use pretty much as we could find. So let me do that, guys. I'm going to go back through this little area here and gather most of these resources up, and then I'll catch up with you and we'll keep moving that way. See you in a bit. Alright, so we're back, and I've mined up, well, mostly everything of value in here. I left a little bit of coal because I don't want to break through to that next layer up there. And we're going to head down this way. There we go. That's a dead end, so we don't have to worry about that. This one goes down, so we won't go down that path yet. Yep, so cave spider. So you can see I'm taking poison damage from him. So we're going to back up into this corner. He didn't do that much damage to us, but if you're facing a bunch of those, they can be quite deadly. So what we'll do, and they're also very small, they can fit through a 1x1 hole. So yeah, they're mean little guys, and they like to jump down on you and poison you. So, and I'm hearing them, thinking they're right above us, so we can see them now. They're pretty easy to kill, but like I said, there's so many of them, it makes it difficult. Whoop. That one actually fell to his death. Yeah, the fact that there can be so many is what makes them a difficult enemy. And you'll see as we get closer and closer to their nest, there'll be more and more cobwebs. So that's one way to tell that you're close, is the cobwebs. And let's kind of head down, see where this tunnel takes us. Looks like just down into more fun caving. Probably the same thing this way. Yeah, it just leads to nothing. But let's kind of play around with this area a little bit, because we know the spiders are above us. And yep. Yeah, so they'll do about 6 seconds worth of poison damage to you, which it's not hard to combat, but it's definitely not anything to laugh at either. So on normal difficulty, they can be a rather tough enemy. On hard, they're very mean. So you can see I'm kind of reluctant to just jump down there, because if there's a bunch, yeah, and our sword with Bane of Arthropods is really helping us out here. But yeah, they can do quite a bit of damage to us, so I'm not just going to run up there and, you know, try to rush them or anything, and now we're stuck in a web. Get out of here, web. Okay. So we got a treasure chest down here, and a bunch of zombies coming towards us. So, yeah, you stay over there. Let's see what's in this chest. 2 gold nuggets, an iron pick, some coal. We honestly don't need all this string, so I'd rather have the iron pick. We'll go ahead and do that just to get it out of the way. Yeah. So that's where we're trying to get to, really. Let's see what happens if we break these out. That's kind of what I was afraid of. So now we're going to have to deal with spiders over here too. So let's put up these ladders. And we've got plenty of wood, so let's see here. We'll drop another crafting bench down. And make ourselves a little bit more ladders. Seems like we're constantly running out of them. And why not? One for good measure, right? So we're going to go up there and try to fight these cave spiders. Maybe we'll let them come down. Get out of here, cave spider. Yeah, that web is not in a very good place. Yikes. So you can see how much damage they do when they kind of rush you. And we need to eat, because otherwise we won't be regenerating health. Yeah, here would be a great place to have a splash potion, which we don't have, so we're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. But yeah, if we had like a splash regen potion or something, it would come in very handy over here. We're gonna drop that too. Slime ball is probably not worth its weight there, but we'll hang on to it. And you're super annoying, so go away. And now we got skeletons assaulting. But we can easily handle them. Let's see if we can get a torch up here. Oh, more spiders. The never-ending spider assault. And we'll wait for our health to go up a little bit. So you can see there's a bunch of them, because there's probably a spawner up there. And this is actually a really easy way to get experience, but... Yep, need more food. And maybe what we'll... Oop, another spider. What I was going to say is maybe we can try to... Yeah, I think we can. What I'm trying to do is block that off so we don't have to deal with them from all directions. Really? Just drop down on me. What a jerk. Yeah, let's try to... There we go. Okay, so now we should only have to deal with them from coming that way, which should be easier. I'm not going to say easy. And looks like we did the right thing, because that's... If you could see down that way, that cave there with a bunch of spider webs is probably their spawner. So, light up this area so we don't get jumped from behind. And we can't get jumped from the top. And that's where we were fighting before. Oh, I need my axe. And I think the shovel's a less useful tool in this area, to be honest. That leads to nothing, and that leads to nothing, so we get some more wood out of the deal, and maybe we'll patch this up, actually. There we go. Yeah, let's see exactly what we got down here. There we go. Get rid of you. Oop. Yeah, that's just a bat. A lot of bats over here, but they're of no threat to us, so... And I like to clear out these tunnels like this, because it's easier to navigate then. Let's just kind of light this up, see if it loops back around. It doesn't, it just leads to nothing. So I'm going to gather these tracks, and then we're going to go assault that spider pit, because we don't want them there. They're going to basically just keep dropping down on our heads, and we don't want to have to deal with that. Oop. And that is my phone, so I apologize about that, but got it taken care of. So let me gather up these resources, guys, and then I'll catch up with you and we'll go assault that spider pit. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're back, and as you can see, our cave spider friends have grown in numbers. So that should be an interesting assault. The other thing we got to worry about is we have absolutely no inventory space available. So I think what I'm going to do is try to get some more torches here. That way we'll at least free up one spot. And then we're going to go ahead and try to assault these guys. The best place to break out really is this block right here, and I'll explain why. If we break this one, they can just scurry right across. If we break this one, they have to pathfind across this opening here, so it's a little bit harder for them, which is a good thing, because we don't want to face all these guys at once. There's quite a few of them, and they would just rip us to shreds, really, with all their poisons. So, and you can see their spawner is right there, actually. So let's light this area up a little bit, and we'll take out the spawner using a pickaxe, and you get quite a bit of experience for doing that, so it's definitely worth it. Now there could be multiple spawners down here, so we'll kind of go down this tunnel. Do we have a junky sword that we could be using? I guess the sword with Mane of Arthropods is kind of junky, so we'll just use it, even though it's a diamond sword. So we're going to get a lot of string doing this, and way more string than we'll ever really use. But if you remember, you can turn string into wool. 4 pieces of string will turn into a piece of wool, so we'll get plenty of wool doing this. And that was it. There wasn't anything else down that tunnel. It was just that spider spawner, which, I mean, for what it was causing us quite a bit of grief. So, and we'll keep moving down this way. We've got some more water over here. No wonder they abandoned these tunnels. They're kind of junky. But yeah, that's another way that we could have reached here, I guess, other than the way we found it was going down this cave. You would have been dropped right in over here, right next to that spider spawner, which would have probably been pretty scary. So, kind of glad that we assaulted this the way we did. And we'll try to get some more of that. Did we go down all these other paths? I think we did, actually. So, yeah, we don't need to be up there anymore. Drop down, and we'll head this way. See what's over here. Whoop, didn't want to take out that torch. Drop that water bucket about 1 level too high. And that is going to lead way deep down there, so we're not going to head down that way yet. We're really interested in just exploring this cave, or not cave, I'm sorry, mineshaft, and anything that leads too far down is going to lead us away from the mineshaft. So whoop, we can only get gold with an iron pick. So, and this is a nice little cache of resources here. Wow, it just keeps going. Yeah, don't do what I just did. Don't dig directly beneath you. It's a very bad tactic to use in Minecraft. Let's head down this tunnel. Get out of the way. Zombies and skeletons. Well, let's deal with the skeleton first. Skeletons they're not really threatening, but they'll bounce you into other enemies, and that's never a good thing. They could push you into creepers, and that just never results in goodness. So, and remember to keep checking above you. That looks interesting over there. This way we've already been. We've got the 2 torches here to show us. So, let's kind of grab some more track if we can. And this is starting to get to be a little bit of a longer episode, but it's all kind of related, so I don't want to split it up between a couple episodes like we normally would. Whoops. There's something down that way. I want to at least find out what that is, and then maybe we'll wrap this episode up. It's a creeper, that's for sure. I think there's lava down there too. And let's throw down some torches. Yeah, there's definitely lava down that way. And that's the end of that one. So you can see there's a ton of coal down here. There's a lot of iron. Um, and it's all exposed, so that makes it kind of easy to get, which is nice. It's kind of refreshing to not have to, burrow through to just get our resources. So let's see if we can't block that off. And it looks like that's just careful. That's pretty much the end of this tunnel. And we'll throw a torch up there. There we go. Yeah, that was it for this tunnel. So, I mean, honestly, guys, that's about it for in here. I'm going to go drop all of the stuff that we collected off, because let me open my inventory here, and you can see we got a lot of resources down here. We got 42 iron, 7 gold, 64 coal, but as you saw, there's a ton of stuff that we just walked right past because we didn't have the space to carry. We got 64 plus 12 fences. Most of this oak wood we got down here. These are very rich in resources, so that's definitely a reason to come down here, and definitely a reason to try to find these. Is they're great experience. You can find some unique enemies that you won't find very many other places, like the cave spider, and they're kind of just fun. I mean, there we go. Jump out of that. But yeah, they're kind of just a different change from the normal Minecraft area. I mean, you don't find too many of these, so when you do, it's kind of nice to explore them, and you can get a lot of track, like we saw with it. This has all just been gathered down here, and if we were to try to make that, we'd need to make essentially a ladder with a piece of iron in the middle instead of a stick. So you could burn through some iron real quick making railroad tracks. So it's kind of nice to find pre-made track just down here. And you saw how easy it is to gather. You just using that bucket trick, it's effortless. Oh, yep. I was hoping there wasn't gravel above that, and there wasn't. So, and there wasn't there either. Thank you. Now we've got all that. And alright guys, well that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to go back through here, gather as much as I can on the way back to the base, and then I'll catch up with you guys next episode. Why are we carrying this one spider eye? We don't need that. Yeah, so I'm going to gather some more track, guys, gather up some coal, and we'll head back to the base. One of the things that we're going to need to do in a future episode is get a brewing stand up and running, because like I was saying, we don't have any splash potions or anything like that to really help us with these more, well, I don't want to say hard enemies, but they're more difficult enemies. So, and we can't do any of that without going down to the nether, getting a blaze rod, and then starting a brewing stand. We also need to find some soul sand and some nether wart to make awkward potions. So there's quite a bit that we need to get done. And we'll work on that in some of the upcoming episodes. So, alright guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.